Everybody, thanks for tuning in again. Today we're going to take a look at a VZ-58 parts kit from Arms of America. Many of you probably know about them. They're located out there in Texas, and they have a lot of just different parts kits. They got mainly AK kits, but they also have some VZ-58 kits. Of course, a VZ-58 is a little bit more odd bird of the AK style. I wouldn't say it's an AK variant by any means. The Czechs did their own rendition of that, and you know how the Czechs are. They do some really cool things, and sometimes it might seem a little odd to us. But anyway, I got this parts kit from them. They have them currently listed on their website, I believe, for $389. Now you get the parts kit minus the barrel, minus the receiver. But you get like the mag pouch, 4 mags, a sling, and I believe a cleaning kit. I'm not sure on that one. But the one I opted for was the one with the beaver barf furniture, as they lovingly call it, which is the wood chip, plastic infused stock handguard, pistol grip, all that cool stuff. I thought it was neat. They also have the side folder varieties. I want to say the side folders might be like $3.99 or like $10 more. You get the same accessories with them. But without further ado, we're going to dive off into this parts kit so that you guys can see what to expect. I do know they rated their fixed stock VZ-58s, which is what this one is. I didn't mention that. They rated them a little bit higher quality than the side folders. So, sorry for having to clear my throat here. It is the summertime here, and I do have allergies. So, unfortunately, it's what I deal with. Let's get that paper out of the way. And this will be that VZ-58 fixed stock parts kit. Now, honestly, I'm not really sure what to expect. I guess we'll find out how representative their photos are, which I'm sure mileage may vary. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Definitely got that cool surplus smell. Let's set this aside and check out the accessories and stuff real quick. Okay, this is probably my bayonet. And right off the bat, yeah, it's got some mold going on, but we can fix that. Definitely got some mold going on. It's got to be fixed. Apparently, got somebody's initials in there. It's kind of interesting. Of course, you see that beaver barf grips. But all in all, the bayonet looks nice. So that's pretty cool. There's our bayonet. I'm not going to deal with getting out my parts kit because, I mean, this is kind of sealed. Just don't want to dig into that just yet. Of course, there's the sling. Looks like it's brand new old stock. Once again, sealed. We're just going to leave that in there. But we can check out these mags. Now, one of the unique things about the VZ-58 is their mags are actually aluminum. They do not fit in an AK. They're a much different design, and they're a bit of an odd bird. I guess that's the best way to put it. But like anything of Czech origin, they have their own flair that they add to their stuff, and oftentimes it's to essentially improve upon the design. Of course, you know, the mag pouch looks great. I don't see any mold issues with that one. It's kind of nice. Still in good shape. You know, just long-term storage. Nothing bad to say about that. It's just shocking. I mean, you pick these mags up and wow, they're like so light. Because, I mean, you expect to pick up an AK mag and, you know, they got some weight to them because they're steel, but you know, these mags look perfectly fine. Looks like they do have steel followers. You can see a little bit of rust there. on those, but everything else appears to be aluminum. So, no complaints. I think these are perfectly usable. Plenty of spring tension on all those mags. So, those look great. No complaints there. Of course, you know, paint's kind of coming off, but it's aluminum. That happens. Let's set that aside. And let's take a look at our kit. I'm very curious to see the condition of the kit, because I know I saw the pictures on the website, and I mean, it looked like they took almost brand new VZ-58s and just cut them up. And I'm not even going to try to name off all these parts, because I don't know much about VZ-58s. But where to start? Of course, you know, with any VZ-58, usually they got this gray paint on them, just like this one. This one appears to be a 1962 variety. Of course, these were torch cut, unfortunately. I do know there's plenty of sources out there to get build receivers. So you can build a VZ-58 from these kits. Of course, what's interesting is you get your rear sight integrated into your rear sight base, I guess you could say, integrated into your receiver. Wow, that thing's really ringing like a tuning fork. But anyway, you know, there's your barrel pin, which you are going to need that if you decide to get a receiver and build one of these up. There's a lot of other 922R compliance things that go along with that. I'm not going to discuss that right now. But there is your forward gas block and handguard retainer. You know, once again, most of these guns were just finished and painted gray. Wow, and you see that torch cut. Man, that's painful to look at. Front sight base, kind of interesting. It's got a piece of a red dab of paint on there. I don't know if that was to kind of keep it from rotating or what's going on there. I don't know how well you can see the end of this barrel, but wow, this thing still had really good rifling when they cut it up. Of course, there's your lug. Just to kind of show you how this works, it's a rear mounted or rear locking bayonet. You attach it from the rear, which is really weird. I've never seen a rifle that does that, and it's locked into place. It's different. It's very different. You would think that that could create some issues when a soldier's actually using it, the fact that it unlocks to the rear. I don't know. I didn't design it. I just got one because it was cool. So anyway, yeah, so you get your whole front sight base with your pins, with your retention pin, all that good stuff for your muzzle device. Here is our bolt and bolt carrier. I don't profess to know anything about these. Wow, that looks brand new almost. That's really, really clean. Other than, you know, the gray paint. Looks really nice. Another cool thing is the fact that their charging handle is at a weird, almost 45-degree angle. Not bad, just different. It's cool. So that looks good. Trigger guard. You can tell where they demilled it. They popped that off the receiver. I mean, it looks good. No complaints. Of course, your piston, or plunger, or whatever it's called. It's interesting. It's got a K with a circle. I don't know why it's got that, but it looks pretty clean, if you ask me. Top cover with your springs. It does have some wear on it. Looks like it's been beat around a little bit inside the bag, possibly, but you know, I think it's still perfectly usable. Let's see, well, I guess that's the front side of your mag well there. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's the rear. That's where your trigger guard goes. like that. And that's your stock bolt where your stock would attach. Let's set that off to the side. Of course, you got all your 400 million piece parts that were probably packed in the Czech Republic. Of course, what's important here is your stock hardware. Gonna need that. Bolt for that. Your ring for your sling. Your stock, I guess that's your stock sling swivel. Let's see, bolt for mounting the stock. Rear sight, very important. A little bit of rust going on there, but not terrible. I can't even begin to tell you all these parts. I know what that is. That's the pistol grip screw. Let's see, that looks like parts of your fire control group. Your safety. Oh, and by the way, these have a really odd way the safety's mounted. I'll try to put links in the description. There's other companies out there. Well, I don't know if I can actually link off to them. I'll try to insert a picture, a screenshot. There's another company out there. I want to say it's I can't remember. I want to say it's Zahal or something like that, but they do ambidextrous safeties for these. I think all the parts are here. I just got to do a lot of digging to make sure, because I don't profess to know everything about a VZ-58. There's your thread protector for your muzzle. But let's check out let's check out the stock set and see what the beaver bark looks like. So it looks a little dry, quite a bit dry. But what I've seen a lot of people actually on the internet do is they'll take and they'll sand these, usually along the mold line, and try to get it as smooth as possible if it's a raised ridge, and they'll lightly sand this, and then they'll use typically like a Minwax polyurethane and paint over it and really bring that color back. Of course, you can also get stock sets out there. Apex, a whole bunch of others carry them. Let's check out this handguard, upper and lower handguard. Slide all that off to the side. So there's your lower handguard. You know, it's surplus. I expect it to look a little rough, but still perfectly usable. I do know under sustained fire these things get very hot. That's the only downside to them. There are of course wooden ones out there, wood sets that you can get, but they're not cheap. So there's your upper handguard. I don't know why there's two plugs in here. I guess there's like a screw or something that attached it to this, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how these things are made, but you know, that's sort of how it looks. Definitely needs probably a good coat of, needs to be cleaned up good, probably needs a good coat of polyurethane. And then there is our pistol grip. Once again, you know, looks just like the rest of the set. Probably came out of the same set. I don't know. It's just, you know, surplus condition. No major chips, no cracks, nothing like that. I think this stuff will work just fine. And it'll make a nice little kit build, especially for compliant semi-automatic one. Of course, you have to figure out how to, you know, change out your parts and all that good stuff to meet the compliance. But anyway, just want to show that to you guys real quick. Of course, there is our VZ-58 parts kit that I got from Arms of America. You know, but like I said, they still have them, I believe, for $389 if you want to get the side folder kit. I want to say they're $399 if I'm not mistaken, and they still have them in stock. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these, like I said, there are a few manufacturers out there that do have receivers. Of course, those have to be shipped to an FFL, and you know, do your standard 4473, all that good stuff. And you know, you could basically put together your own nice American sort of VZ-58. It's just a neat alternative to an AK. One of the oddities, of course, that's out there. Um, I don't know how much longer companies are going to be offering these for sale. I know this was a good price, but there's other ones out there. There's RTG, there's Apex, there's all kinds of other companies that have these. But without a doubt, at the time when I bought this, Arms of America had them the cheapest. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these, go check them out. This is by no means endorsed by them. I just decided to buy a kit and I don't know, just do an unboxing and review on it. So I'm trying to reach off camera to grab my mags. So there you have it. That is that VZ-58 fixed stock kit from Arms of America. Like I said, if you guys want one, go check them out. You can Google it, figure it out. So you guys are smart. So anyway, like I said in the last video, plenty more content on the way while I get my new camera situation figured out. Man, trying to figure out what editing software I want. All this other stuff is driving me nuts. But anyway, because it's totally different from my current setup. But anyway, as always, thank you to all my subscribers. Thanks to everybody for your likes, your shares, your comments. Certainly helps out more than I will ever know, thanks to the YouTube algorithm. And until next time, you guys have an awesome day.